Hello there, this is Future Lawrence. I have something to say. All images we talk about in this podcast will be available at the very end of the video, so stick around till then. Enjoy. Hello everybody, my name is Lawrence and welcome to JeffCast. I've got Jeff here with me.
Hello, my name's Jeff.
We were gonna have someone on, but he cancelled. He didn't want to do it.
Yeah. So we're gonna have to talk about random shit now.
I don't know what to talk about. What do you want to talk about?
Me either.
Um.
Greetings, mortals!
Wait,
Whoa.
what?
I am the Lord of the Podcast, and I have a challenge for you.
Oh, what do you have
Can I
for
get
us?
paid?
There comes a time in every podcast, in everything that humankind puts on the internet, where they must subject themselves to the terror and the hardship that is the Eye of Argon.
What's the Eye of Argon, Lord?
The Eye of Argon is the most atrociously written piece of garbage in the world, and I have used my magical podcast powers to send you a copy.
Whoa! It popped up on my screen.
Jeez! How did this
Yes.
happen?
It's magic.
Thank you, Lord.
So, a
Um,
challenge.
what is the challenge?
We must read a section
Mm.
of the Eye of Argon
Mm.
exactly as it is written, reading the spelling mistakes, reading the weird punctuation.
Mm-hmm.
And if you laugh, you will feel my wrath and shall never be able to record a podcast ever again. If you
got
can beat me in this challenge, then
Oh, no.
you reign supreme. But if not, I will take your podcast to the podcast graveyard.
No, not
Oh,
the podcast graveyard.
Podcast graveyard, like Jenna Marvel's shitty podcast.
No, please.
Are you ready?
I'm
No.
ready. What is the order, Lord?
Yes.
I shall begin.
Okay.
You, Jeff,
Yes.
begin. The
Okay.
Eye of Argon.
The Eye of Argon by Jim Thesis. The
Sure.
weather. Oh god, I can't even read this. Weather beaten tail wound head into the dust. A head into the dust. Racked climbs of the barren land which dominates larger portions of the Noregorian Empire. Age-worn hoofprints. Age-worn hoofprints smothered by the sifting sands, and time shone dully against the dust-splattered crust of Earth. The tireless sun cast its parching rays of incandescence from overhead, halfway through its daily revolution.
Vive
Small
la revolution.
Revolution. Oh yeah, revolution.
Viva la revolution.
French. Small rodents scampered about, occupying themselves in the daily accomplishments of their dismal lives. Dust sprayed over the three heaving mounds in blinding clouds while they bore the burdensome cargoes of the struggling overseers. Is that mine up, or do I continue?
Sure. No, you can do that. Lawrence, or whatever your name is this week. Continue.
Prepare to embrace your creators in the Stygian haunts of hell, barbarian. Oh wait. Prepare to embrace your creators in the Stygian haunts of hell, barbarian, gasped the first soldier.
Oh no.
Only after you've kissed the fleeting stead of death, wretchedly returned Grigner, a sweeping blade of flashing steel riveted from the massive barbarian's hide enameled shield as his rippling right arm thrust forth, sending a steel-shod blade to the hilt into the soldier's vital organs. The disemboweled mercenary crumpled from his saddle and sank to the clouded sward, sprinkling the parched dust with crimson droplets of escaping life fluid.
Does he mean blood or something stickier?
Is this real?
How could
Like,
somebody
did I
write
die
this?
and go to heaven?
No, you have no idea.
Jeff, keep going.
Okay. The enthused barbarian swiveled about, his shock of fiery red hair tossing robustly in the humid air currents as he faced the attack of the defeated soldier's fellow in arms. Damn you, barbarian! Shrieked the soldier as he observed his comrade in death.
A gleaming scimitar smote a heavy blow against the renegade's spiked helmet, bringing a heavy cloud over the Encordion's misting brain. Shaking off the effects of the pounding blow to his head, Grigna brought down his scarlet streaked edge against the soldier's crudely forged hauberk, clanging harmlessly to the left side of his opponent. The soldier's stead whinnied as he directed the horse back from the driving blade of the barbarian. Grigna leashed his mount forward, as the hoarsely piercing battle cry of his wilderness-bred race resounded from his grinding lungs. A twirling blade bounced harmlessly from the mighty thief's buckler as his rolling right arm cleft upward, sending a foot of blinding steel ripping through the Cimmerian's exposed gullet. A gasping gaggle from the soldier's writhing mouth as he tumbled to the golden sand at his feet and wormed agonizingly in his deathbed.
Grigna's emerald...
Go into more detail? Like, holy shit!
Grigna's emerald green orbs glared lustfully at the wallowing soldier struggling.
Get ready for a lot of orbs. The Jim Thigh's love.
Cool.
At the wallowing soldier struggling before his chestnut-swelled mount, his scowling voice reverberated over the dying form in a tone of mocking mirth. You city-bred dogs should learn not to antagonize your better. Reining his weary mount ahead, Grigna resumed his journey to the Norgolian city of Gorzam, hoping to discover wine, women, and adventure to boil the wild blood coursing through his savage veins.
Why does he want his blood to be boiled?
Maybe he's just really that ass.
The Lord of the podcast has better things to do than read this.
You sure about that? I'm pretty sure there's, like, not very much things you have to do other than...
Shut up, Jeff. It's your time to read.
Okay, fuck you, podcast man.
Oh, jeez.
The trek of Gorzum was forced upon Grigna when the soldiers of Kryn were leached upon him by a faithless concubine. Why concubine?
The hell?
Why concubine? He had wooed. I can't read this because this is like so poorly written.
Sorry, I sketched it out this morning.
His scandalous activities throughout the Cimmerian city had unleashed throngs of havoc.
I want to get
An
into this
uproar
guy's pants,
among
honestly.
its refined patria. I don't know how to pronounce this shit. Patricians. Whatever. Patricians, yes, that's it.
Patricia.
Leading them to tack a heavy reward over his head. He had barely managed to escape through the back entrance of the inn he had been guzzling in as
That's an uncomfortable word.
That is very
really a bad word. That's a really poor choice there.
as a squad of soldiers pounced upon him.
Wait, you know what tounce means?
What?
The act of providing a hand job while also double fisting their asshole, braiding their pubic hairs into either dreads or cornrows, and cupping each testicle.
Of course it does. Why would it mean anything else?
So there you go. So that's what
You
they
want
would.
Urban Dictionary?
No. No. No.
Hmm. You just know this. It's a
Look, Lord of-
common pastime for you.
Lord of Jeff, shut up. We're gonna read this.
Yeah,
Lord of
God damn
Jeff.
it, Lord. God damn it, shut up.
After spilling a spout of blood from the leaders of the mercenaries, as he dismembered one of the officer's arms, he returned to his mount and made his way towards Gorzum, rumored to contain hordes of plunder and many young wenches for any man who has the backbone to wrest them away.
He keeps
Chapter
getting back on his
2.
horse. Why does he keep getting back on his horse?
Has he ever gotten off of his horse, or does he just get on his horse a bunch of times? Getting off.
He's just always
So it's just
getting
like
on his horse.
on top of a horse on top of a horse, and then
Horses
on
all
the
the way
very
down.
top is like Griswold.
I think it'd be funnier if we called him Griswold.
What's his
Is that
name?
really chapter 2?
Grigna.
Yeah.
Oh.
Come on, Jimmy Thief. Like, you should have named him Griswold.
Professor Griswold. Alright, keep going.
No,
Okay.
it's your now.
Oh, arriving after dusk in Gorzum, Grigna, spelt with a lowercase g, descended down a dismal alley, raining. See, he's on his horse still. His horse before a beaten tavern. The red-haired giant strode into the dimly lit hostelry, reeking of foul odors and cheap wine. Is he still on his horse?
I'd like to imagine so.
The air was heavy with shocking fumes,
Shocking fumes.
spewing from smoldering torches,
One word.
encased within the dens,
One word.
within Thedan's earthen-packed walls. Tables were clustered with groups of drunken thieves and cutthroats tossing dice or making love to willing prostitutes. Wait, this is people making love right there?
Just out of the open.
Yep.
Yep, just making
Yep.
love.
Why not? Why?
Are you okay, Jeff?
Why not? No.
Alright,
Why?
come on, let's keep going.
Okay. Eyeing a slender female crouched alone at the nearby bench,
Ooh.
Grigner advanced, wishing to wholesomely occupy his time.
That's a
The
good...
flickering torches cast weird shafts of luminescence, dancing over the half-naked harlot of his choice, her stringy orchard twines of hair swaying gracefully over the lithe, opaque nose as she raised a heart-range hug, her pale red lips. What's going on?
I don't know. I think Jeff is being attacked by someone.
Cut
Yeah.
this,
Okay,
I get it. No cutting.
cut this
glancing.
shit.
Go, glancing.
Okay. Glancing upward, the alluring complexion noted the stalwart giant as he rapidly approached. A faint glimmer sparked from the pair of deep blue ovals.
Why does
of
he
the
not just call them
image
eyes?
as
Why?
she motioned towards
Eyes. They're
her.
called eyes for a reason, my boy.
To join her. The barbarian seated himself upon a stool at the wench's side, exposing his body, naked save for naked save for a loincloth, brandishing a long-steel broadsword, an iron spiraled battle helmet, and a thick leather saddle
And
to
aiming.
her unobstructed view.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
Thou hast
Oh, whoa.
need to occupy your time, barbarian? Questioned the female. Oh, wait, question the female? Only if something worth offering is within my reach, stated Grignar as his hands crept to embrace the tempting female, who welcomed them with willingness. From where do you come, barbarian, and by what are you called? Oh wait, from where do you come from, barbarian, and by what are you called? Gasped the complying wench,
You did not even change your voice.
as Grignar smothered her lips with the blazing touch of his flaming mouth. I
Is
can just
Grigner a
imagine
drop? I think Grigner's a dragon,
Everything
Grignar,
would make sense.
breathing fire on this poor woman.
Wait,
the engrossed
a
Titan,
dragon riding a horse. I want to see that now.
the engrossed Titan ignored the queries of the inquisitive female, pulling her towards him and crushing her sagging nipples to his yearning chest. Without struggle, she gave in, winding her soft arms around the harshly bronzed hide of Gringnar.
That sounds like a name. Partially bronze-eyed.
Gringnar's corded shoulder blades as his calloused hands caressed her firm, protruding busts. You make love well, wench, admitted Gringnar as he reached for the vessel of potent wine his charged bad had been quaffing.
Like, yeah,
Yeah.
I know. I just like, I'm starstruck. Like, how? How is
You're
it?
starstruck. I want to meet
True
Jim
victim.
Thesis.
I want to meet Jim Thesis as well. I want to get a handshake from him.
Hold on, I'm gonna check if he's still alive.
Alright,
You
well,
keep
I'm gonna
going.
Yeah, I gotta read now.
Yep.
A flying foot caught the mug Gringnar had
Yes.
taken hold of. A flying foot? What?
Just a foot flew out of
Just
nowhere.
a foot flying out of nowhere, just hitting Gringnar in his what was it, mug?
Yes. Right in the mug.
Right in
Painful
the
place.
mug. God.
Right in the mug, sending its blood
Oh.
red contents sloshing over and a flickering crescent, leashing tongues of bright orange flame in the foot's trodden floor.
Guys,
As opposed to the anything else trodden floor.
guys, guys,
Yeah,
I got
Yeah.
something. I got something bad to tell you.
is just Thesis dead?
Jim Theus is dead.
What?
Oh,
But-
we're reading this for you, Thesis, from the big book in the sky.
But I have a fan-made image of this exact moment.
What? A flying foot.
No, no. This is the wench that This is the wench that he's making love to.
Well, sorry, I don't seem to. Oh God!
That's one big nose for one wench.
Oh, she's not as pretty
I
as
mean, her
her.
nose was described as opaque, so.
She's not as she's not as pretty as I imagined. Deep blue ovals.
Well, where were we up to?
Remove yourself,
forgot.
sirrah! This wench belongs to me! Blabbered a drunken soldier, too far
No,
consumed.
no, you have to blabber, lass.
Oh. How do you blabber?
What? She has to what?
Remove yourself, Sarah! The wench belongs to me!
Too far consumed by the influences of his virile brew to take note of the superior size of his adversary. Grignar literally bounded from the he just like pulled his penis out and jumped up. Literally bounded from the startled female, his face lit yip to an ashen red ferocity, and his eyes locked in a searing feral blaze towards the swaying soldier. To hell with you,
Wait.
braggart! Bellowed the angered accordion. He's an accordion? As he hefted his finely honed broadsword. I reckon he's
So
like,
wait, he's just standing there naked right now,
Yeah.
like full on
except for a loincloth.
dick erection.
With his glistening steel broadsword for all to see.
And it's also very, very, very finely honed.
Finally hewn.
Keep going, Jeff. Come on.
The staggering soldier clumsily reached towards the pommel of his dangling sword before his hands ever touched the oaken hilt. A silvered flash was slicing the heavy air. The throes of savages lashing right arm bulged from the glistening bronzed hide as his blade
Why
bit
does they keep
deeply
saying
into the
bronzed
soldier's
hide?
neck. I don't know.
Is he very tanned?
Maybe-
Is he a tanned
Yeah,
man?
it must be like either Hispanic or like a very tanned man.
Okay, keep going.
Lopping off the confused head of the senseless tormentor. And this conflict was resolved!
Just like that. To hell with you, braggart!
With a nauseating thud, the severed oval
What is it
toppled
with
to the
ovals?
floor.
What is it with ovals?
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. as the segregated torso of Grigna's bovine antagonist swayed and collapsed in the pool of swirl. Torso bovine antagonist.
Oh my god, this is too good.
This is way too good.
Oh
In
god.
the confusion, the soldiers' fellows confronted Grigna with unsheathed cutlasses directed towards the latter's scowling makeup. Sure.
Okay.
The
Is mine?
scout picked his quarry more carefully, roared the victor in a mocking baritone growl as he wiped his dripping blade on the prostrate form.
He
and
what?
turned with Scabbard.
Oh, it sounded like
Prostrate with an
sounded-
R.
it sounded like you said wanked, and I was like, wait, what? I've got some more.
He could have.
I've got some really good fan art that I'm gonna put at the very end of this video. But look at these. Oh my god. I like the picture of like the land. Desert spot, Gorzum, Nogolia, disputed territory, Nogolia, Pen Island, plain space.
Looming identity crisis.
Alright, let's keep going.
Desert spot.
The full
Here be spell check.
Gorzum is in 2 places.
the fool should have shown more prudence. However, you shall rule your actions while rotting in the pits. Wait, he's not angry about it. He's just, the fool
No.
should have shown more prudence. However, you shall rule your actions while rotting in the pits, stated one of the sprawled soldier comrades. Grignar's hand began to remove his blade from its leather housing. Wait, he put his blade back in?
I
Okay,
think he's
he
still
did.
on his horse at this point, so I don't think we should be questioning the logic of this story.
What is happening in this story?
But retarded the motion in face of the blades waving before his face.
Yeah, retarded, because that's what this story is.
Jeff, are you free to read?
Yeah, it's just that I'm doing this on an iPad and I have to load up this thing every single time you set a piece of fan art that I have to look at. Okay, so what page are we up to?
I don't know, mine's just one big page. I mean, my divine powers have some bullshit.
Page 29.
Page 29.
Page 29.
At like the very
Okay.
bottom.
Grigna waived his position.
So, wait.
Grignar waived
So have
his
you already-
position.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've missed it.
Alright, I'll read
Oh, no,
it.
wait. No, I've got it. I've got it now. Grignar weighed his position, observing his plight, whereupon he took the soldier's advice as the only logical choice to attempt to hack his way from his present predicament could only warrant certain death.
Grigna's in predicaments.
How is this like... Did you type this up this morning, Mr. Lord? Because you typed this H really badly.
Are you saying that the Lord is bad at typing H?
This is blasphemy!
Don't
Be
say
careful.
He was...
Do you want your podcast cast into the pit?
that. Podcast.
Oh, Yes.
But Lord, if you cast our podcast away, you won't be the Lord of anything.
True. And I'll have nowhere else to put my crappily realized stories. Continue.
Okay. He was of no mind to bring upon his own demise if an alternate path presented itself. The will to necessitate his life force forced him to yield the superior force in hopes of a moment of carelessness later upon the part of his captors in which he could effect a more plausible means of escape.
Pragmatic, Grigna.
He's a good
This
lad.
is, this is like Verbo's memes.
You may steady your arms. I will go without a struggle. Your decision is a wise one, yet perhaps you would have been better off had you forced death. The soldier's mouth wrinkled to a sadistic grin of knowing mirth as he prodded his prisoner on with his sword point. Wait, that escalated really goddamn quickly. He's already
That
arrested.
did.
Is he still on his horse? Like, let's be honest.
I'm pretty sure
Probably.
the dragon is still on his horse. Whoa, on this next page there's a drawing.
Yes, I've got a drawing too.
Nice. Like,
I lost the PDF.
the guy has
mean,
no
I-
eyes.
I mean,
He does have no eyes, this is true.
my book is a bit broken. Hold on. Sir, Lord, this book is a bit weird. After an indiscriminate period of marching through slinking alleyways and dim moonlighted streets, the procession confronted by a massive seraglio. The Palico area was surrounded by an iron grating with a lush garden upon all sides. What happened to the wench?
I don't know. I don't think Jim knows. I don't think Grigna knows. She ceased to exist.
The moment she stopped being
the wench is
important,
gone.
the moment she stopped being important, she just disappeared.
Her and her sagging nipples just vanished.
She's gone. She's gone because, like, I think Grignard just, like, either ate her or burnt her alive with his crimson, like, skin.
The group was admitted.
His bronze skin.
His harshly bronzed side. The group was admitted through the gilded gateway. Grigna was led along, one word, a stone pathway bordered by plush vegetation, lustfully enhanced by the moon's shimmering rays.
Why lustfully? What is the point with saying
lust.
lustfully? This is the
Upon
second
reaching
time.
the palace, the group was granted entrance, and after several minutes of explanation, I mean, I would like some explanation as to what is going on here, but, you know, we can only dream. Led through several...
You wrote this.
Yeah, you wrote this.
You wrote this, Lord.
It's a challenge, yes. Shut up. Led through several winding corridors to a richly draped chamber. Confronting the group was a short, stocky man seated upon a golden throne. Tapestries of richly draped regal blue silk covered all walls of the chamber, while the steps leading to the throne were plated with sparkling white ivory. The man upon the throne had a naked wench seated
course!
at each of his arms.
Of course!
So many wenches!
And a trusted advisor seated in back of him.
His trusted advisor's giving him a bit of an anal.
At each corner.
At each corner of the chamber, a guard stood at attention, with upraised pikes supported in their hands, golden chainmail adorning their torso 'S, and barred helmets emitting scarlet plumes enshrouding their heads. The man rose from the throne to the dais surrounding it. His plush turquoise robe dangled loosely from his chunky, spelled with a CK, frame.
He's got a nice chunky frame, doesn't he?
I've got a nice chunky frame. I mean, I am this soldier.
Jeff, go.
Lawrence?
Yeah.
I'm not
The
going.
okay.
I'm
The
working on
soldiers
something.
surrounding Grignar fell to their knees, with their heads bowed to the stone masonry of the floor in fearful dignity to their sovereign, liege.
Their sovereign, liege. Is he just, like, copy and pasting from a thesaurus at this point?
I don't know.
Probably.
I feel like he's gone insane. He's just like smashing his head against like the typewriter.
This is
Explain
so
the
bad.
purpose. Explain the purpose of this intrusion upon my tattoo.
Explain the purpose.
Your serenity, resplendent in noble grandeur. We have brought this yokel before you. The soldier gestured towards Grignar. Hey, don't call him a yokel. For the redress of your all-knowing wisdom in judgment regarding his fate.
Down on your knees, lout, and pay proper homage to your sovereign, commanded the pudgy noble of Grignar.
By the surly beard of Mrith, Grignar kneels to no man, scowled the massive barbarian.
God, Grignar, you're getting yourself in a lot of shit, mate.
I know.
Surly beard of Mrith.
You dare deal with this blasphemous act to me? You are indeed brave, stranger, yet your valor smacks of foolishness.
You idiot, Grignar. I find you to be the only fool sitting upon your pompous throne, enhancing the rolling flaps of your belly in the midst of your elaborate luxuran. The soldier standing at Gridner's side smote him heavily in the face with the flat of his sword, cutting short the harsh words and knocking his battered helmet to the masonry with an echoing clang. Oh yeah, he has a helmet on.
Does he?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Who gives?
The paunchy noble's sagging round face flushed suddenly pale, then hastily lit up to a lustrous cherry-red radiance. His face is flashing. It's incredible. His lips
face is
trembled
beautiful.
with malicious rage while emitting a muffled, sibilant gibberish. So something like...
Something like.
His sagging flaps rolled like a tub of upset jelly.
I think that's my favorite. That's my favorite thing. His
That's
sagging
so
rolls of fat rolled around like a tub of upset jelly.
Then compressed as he sucked in his gut in an attempt to conceal his softness.
It got better. Oh, I'm crying.
This is too good.
The prince regained his statue, then spoke to the soldiers surrounding Grignar, his face conforming to an ugly expression of sadistic humor. Take this uncloth, he thinned, to the vault of misery, and be sure that his agonies are long and drawn out before death can release him. Jesus Christ.
As you wish, sire. Your command shall be heeded immediately, answered the soldier on the right of Grimgnos as he stared into the barbarian's seemingly unaffected face. The advisor seated at the back of the noble slowly rose and advanced to the side of his master, motioning the wenches seated at his side to remove themselves. He lowered his head and whispered to the noble. Eminence, the punishment you have decreed will cause
No.
misery.
The punishment.
Oh,
Oh shit!
The punishment what you have decreed will cause much misery to this scum, yet it will only last a short time. Last only a short time, then release him to a land beyond the sufferings of the human body. Why not mellow him in one of your subterranean vaults for a few days, then send him to life labor in one of your buried mines? In one of your buried mines?
What?
Not in a
Not in
normal
the
mine.
not in the good mine that's above the ground. No, one of the really shitty ones.
To one
that's,
such
like,
as he,
underneath the
a
ground.
life spent in the confinement of the Stygian pits will be an indefinitely more appropriate and lasting torture. Okay. Hey, did you guys see that picture I sent you?
Fuck. Okay. What page am I at? 31.
I love it. I love it. There's the thumbnail.
That is gonna be. I'm making that my cover photo. I'm making that Jeff's cover photo.
Right.
Oh God, help me!
Continue
The
on,
noble
Lord.
The noble cupped his drooping double chin in the folds of his brimming palm, meditating for a moment upon the rationality of the councillor's words, then raised his shaggy brown eyebrows and turned toward the advisor, eyes aglow. As always, Agathon, you speak with great wisdom. Your words ring...
Agafiend. Okay. Alright.
Sure.
Alright.
Your words ring of great knowledge concerning the nature of one such as he, saith, the king. The noble turned toward the prisoner with a noticeable shimmer reflecting in his frog-like eyes, and his lips contorted to a greasy grin. I have decided to void my previous decree. The prisoner shall be removed to one of the palace's underground vaults. There he shall stay until I have decided that he has sufficiently simmered. Whereupon he is to be parboiled, roasted, and served with a side of garlic.
I'm so excited.
Whereupon he is to be allowed to spend the remainder of his days at labor in one of mine mines.
Upon hearing this, Greg now realized that his fate would be far less merciful than death to one such as he, who was used to roaming the countryside at will. A life of confinement would be more than his body and mind could stand up to. This type of life would be immeasurably worse than death. I shall never understand the ways of your twisted civilization. I shall never understand the ways if your twisted civilization. I simply defend my honor and am condemned to life confinement by a pig who sits on his royal ass, wooing whores and knows nothing of the affairs of the land he imagines to rule. Lectures Grignar? Huh? Lectures Grignar?
Imagine if people actually talked like this.
What are you talking about? I do.
What are you talking about, comma? I do!
Comma hyphen misspelling.
Enough of this! Away with the slut before I loose my control!
Is he calling Gregor a slut?
Yes.
Why would you call Grignar? Oh, he could still be naked.
I think he's probably still naked. He's a naked dragon on a horse.
I mean,
Is he still on the horse?
yes, he's still on the horse.
Alright.
Okay, keep
Okay.
going.
Seeing the peril of his position, Grignar searched for an opening, crushing the prudence of the sward.
Swad.
The sward.
Is that his swad?
Yeah, it's a sword. It's his dick, of course. He plowed into the soldiers at his left arm, taking a hold of his sword, and bounding the dice,
Bouncing
supporting
his dick up.
Yeah, bouncing his dick up and
Saucy
slamming it
stuff.
That would
and the
make...
dice supporting. That would make for a much better story, honestly.
Honestly.
Yeah,
Secret
So-
porno.
dice supporting the prince before the startled guards could regain their composure. Offend.
He looks like he looks like he just smacked his head against the keyboard for that name. He just went.
Yeah.
He went. Doosh. Well, that's good enough, isn't it?
Agatha leaped Grignar and his sire.
He
but
just jumps over both of them.
Yeah. And then found a sword, a blade, eating the length of his ribs before he could loose his weapon. Oh my god, this picture on the next page!
Yes.
The
Is he smoking a cigar?
The counselor.
Is he smoking a cigar or is that weed?
The
Who
counselor
knows?
slumped to his knees as Grignar slid his crimsoned blade from Agarth's ribcage. The fat prince stood undulating in insurmountable before the edge of the fiery-maned comet, his flabs of jellied blubber pulsating to and fro in ripples of flowing terror.
Hold on a minute. Shall we do the definition of the word undulating? The fat prince stood undulating.
Oh, God.
Move with a smooth wave-like motion.
he was just like, he was quite smooth. Yeah. Okay. Where is your wisdom and power now, you majesty? Growled Grignar.
That would be such an epic line if the rest of the story wasn't terrible.
The prince.
The prince
Oh.
went rigid as Grignar discerned him glazing over his shoulder. He swiveled to note the
No,
cause of the...
no, Lord, it was.
Oh, he swiltered.
He slivered.
He swillived to note the cause of the noble's attention, raised his sword over his head, and prepared to leash a vicious downward cleft.
No,
Downward
downward cleft.
but fell short as the haft of steel-rimmed pike clashed against his unguarded skull.
Is that
Then,
shaft or haft?
haft.
Half.
Then blackness and solitude, silence enshrouding, and ever peaceful reigned supreme. Before me, Sirrah, before me as always. Ha! Ha ha! Ha! Nobly cackled.
Who's Nobly?
No.
I'm so confused.
Oh,
Chapter
good, there's chapter
3.
3, and then there's chapter 3.5.
Consciousness returned to Grignar in
There's eight. There's
stumgmatic pools as his
Read
mind.
till the end of chapter 3, and then I shall decree if this has been enough to save
Okay.
you from the pit, or whatever I said at the beginning.
Okay, alright. Consciousness returned to Grignar in stigmatic pause as his mind gradually cleared of the cobwebs cluttering its inner recesses. Okay, so you're just calling Grignar a dumbass, alright. Yet the...
Grignar is a dumbass.
Yeah, yet the Stygian cloud
Stygian.
Stygian.
okay, I don't know how to pronounce this stuff.
Don't worry.
Cloud of charcoal, ebony reminded.
The Stygian cloud of charcoal ebony. The dark cloud of black.
I like how it's just the cloud of reminded. Just say that.
An incompatible shield.
Compatible shield of blackness, enhanced by the bleak absence of sound.
So I think the problem with this story is this guy tried too hard to describe. Okay, Grignar's...
Wait, why the fuck does it have a 3.5?
Grignar's muddled brain reeled from the shock of the blow he had received to the base of his skull. The events leading to his predicament, again, there it is, predicament, were slow to filter back to him. He dickered, with the notion that
Dick, funny.
with the notion that he was dead and had descended or sunk, however it may be, to the shadowed land beyond the aperture of the grave, but rejected this hypothesis when his memory sifted back within his grips. This was not the land of the dead. It was something infinitely more precarious than anything the grave could offer. Death promised an infinity of peace, not the finity of mystery, misery of an inactive life of confined torture, forever concealed from the life-bearing shafts of the beloved rising sun. The orb that had been taken for
There it is again.
That's an orb. It's orb and ovals. All ovals.
Orb tally stands at 70 billion.
the orb that had been
Come to the land of Akfend. We got orbs and ovals.
the orb that had been before taken for granted, yet now cherished above all else, to be forever refused further glimpses of the snow-capped summits of the land of his birth, never again to witness the thrill of plundering unexplored lands beyond the crest of a bleeding horizon, and perhaps worst of all, the denial to ever again encompass the lustful excitement of caressing the naked curves of the body of a trimuned wench.
The wench that you last had, Grignar, it's just dissipated from existence. Why don't you want another?
God, everything moves so quickly in this story.
And at the same time, he spends 12 years describing a cave. This was indeed one of the buried chasms of hell, concealed within the inner depths of the palace's despised interior. A fearful ebony chamber devised to drive to the brinks of insanity the minds of the unfortunately condemned through the inapt solitude of a limbo of listless, dreary silence.
End story for us. Oh my God.
Now, yes, there are a billion more chapters.
Oh my God.
Who would ever do this?
There's so many more pages. Oh my God.
I've just
Oh,
come up with the
guys,
phrase.
on page 40, there's the picture of the wench.
Is there
I've
actually?
just,
I want to see.
I've just
Yes,
come
a
across
picture of the wench.
phrase,
She has no nose!
huge
Where is that her
outcrop.
nose?
Oh God! What on earth? No, I found.
Oh my
Hold on,
Like, what
I'll
is that?
God.
Welcome,
She's
with the
Voldemort.
podcast, put this on the screen of the video. Like, what is that?
My
Hold on.
God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
I've just sent you this,
Jesus.
which I found.
Jesus Christ, this is terrible.
Oh, I found the wench.
Yuck! My God.
Oh.
This
Oh,
book.
there's also a chapter 7.5, because of course there is.
Oh my
Of
God.
course.
Why?
When will there not be?
Why? What drugs was this man on when he wrote this? He won an award.
Yes.
He won an award for this?
Winner of the J.T. Rickosh Award for Excellence.
Oh, okay. It's either they gave this to him for trying, or they just felt bad for him.
hold on. There's one thing I just want to read out. With a sloshing plop, the thing fell to the ground.
Is that the last sentence?
It's one of the last sentences. The last sentence is "Long leave the king," like long leave. Jeff left.
He's gone.
He couldn't deal with it. It was just
It's happened.
you just left.
I was back.
Well, I did not leave.
Oh my god! All right.
Why are the pages in alternating colours? I don't. What?
Lord, are you like kicking me out of the call?
No. Right. My verdict. Yes, gentlemen. My verdict.
Yes.
I have decided for now that you are worthy to remain in the land of the podcast. If and only if I return at some point with a new challenge,
Okay.
and perhaps then we shall see.
All
Okay.
right.
Or
Cool.
some other guff.
Cool. All right.
So-
Lord, I
son of
have
a big
I have a
muffin.
challenge for you, my lord.
What?
I
What is this insubordination?
was told of a fan fiction written about Jared and I. A JeffCast
Jeff!
fan fiction.
Oh, God.
I have sent it to you, Lord, and I want you to read it for us, please.
I'm not gonna read it because I can't with this iPad.
Have you got it?
Right. Hold on.
God, this is really bad.
Oh, this is gonna turn out so nice. It's got a
And welcome to ASMR fanfiction.
With the
Hello, podcast.
Oh, God. I am not reading this.
Yes, you are. You are reading it.
Okay, I'll read the first paragraph.
No, you're gonna read the entire thing, Lord. Otherwise, you are no longer the Lord.
You can't do that. I'm in charge.
I can. Give it a go. See, I want to see how far you go.
Dryly, vision returns to me. The dehydrated embrace of my eyelids rub against the brown tint of my irises. Goosebumps spread across my body like a disease as I plunge my body into the cold of the night. My fingers springing to life, thawing out, mechanically grasp the frost-bitten doorknob that leads to the bathroom. The hallway I'd walked a million times before seems more exciting than ever as I anticipate the debut of my very first podcast.
Oh God.
Oh dear. I notice the sliver of moonlight that seeps in through the frosted glass above the bath as my tender feet make contact with the icy tiles. Surprised, my muscles reverberate, knees giving way. I slip and begin to fall.
Oh no.
Oh me, oh my. Adrenaline rapidly fills my head as I descend, landing firmly upon my backside. Aching, I scrape myself from the ground like a bruised pancake, painstakingly. Quickly, I evacuate my bladder into the toilet.
Oh my god! No,
A useful
please.
change for performing such a feat. I fumble. No.
Keep going.
Please, Lord. You're giving me such a hard on.
Please keep going. Please keep going.
With haste, I refer to my warm bed before the heat could creep out. Severe throbbing of my bruised buttocks gives me difficulty. My eagerness for the events to come lulls me into a slumber. Knock. 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 For the second time this morning, I awake, only to hear the sound of knocking, along with quite a shy question. Hello? Lucas? Are you there? Why am I doing this?
Keep
Why
going, keep going.
bound
Keep
me
going.
in chains and forced me to read this.
You forced us to read Astragon. No.
Argon.
The Eye of Argon.
Come on,
Holy
come on, mate.
shit! I
I got
whisper.
Goddo on the brain.
He's here already. Clambering for my clothes, I hear a drag, followed by clink. The click and squeak of the door opening is accompanied by a phrase classically used by Jeff. Hey, Vsauce, Michael here, Jeff shouted. His jaw dropping as his eyes find their way to my half-dressed body. Okay, fuck this. I will have no more.
Are you out, Lord? Is that it?
I'm
You done?
out. I've read this paragraph ahead and I am out. You read it. Keep your bastard podcast. Keep your challenge. You have won.
We win.
We have beaten the Lord.
We win.
We did it.
Woohoo! We did it.
All right. Thank you all for listening to this here podcast. Hopefully you didn't get too turned on.
If you're still here, like, fucking props to you, like,
Congratulations.
fucking hell yeah. Like, if you get this far, I love you. I will fuck you.
Beg your pardon?
Nothing to concern.
It's okay, Lord. You don't need to worry yourself. It's okay. Thank you very much to the Lord for joining us for this. This was quite a good surprise.
I'll be back. Believe me,
Yeah.
I shall
Yeah.
have my revenge.
Yeah, that's
so
why Arnold
you will.
Schwarzenegger said in the first Terminator. Then he became the governor of California.
All right. Thank you guys, and goodbye. My name's Jeff. My name is Jeff.